Hi everyone, how's everyone doing here today? It's been a while and I know a little late on this, but this is in regards to what happened in the state of Arizona not too long ago, where they pretty much enacted a whole new abortion ban, which dates back to 1864? They had to go back to the 1800s to find an abortion ruling that's suitable for them, as if what's going on lately hasn't been cruel enough. And pretty much, I haven't read the full details, but it just about any form of abortion access gives them the right to put people in prison. I might be off on some of the details, but here's the interesting question. Why do you got to go back to the 1800s? Why can't you come up with a more suitable ruling here and now? Okay? And this is just all in effect of the recent overturning of R v. Wade, which, I won't say it was spearheaded by Trump, but he was definitely one of the bigger players involved in it. It's something the GOP has been planning for a while. We've talked about this before. And all I can say is, for those who still who vote Republican or in support of Trump, or just the GOP in general, how bad does it have to get before you start to realize that this is no longer the party of pro-life or family values? In fact, it's quite the opposite. This abortion ruling right here just goes to show you how bad it can get, and it can only just pretty much get worse. Trump has juggled the idea of a nationwide abortion ban. He has flip-flopped, and just recently, with how unpopular this decision was in Arizona, that he's pretty much said, well, I'm just going to leave it up to the states. Carrie Lake, who's a strong supporter, the loser from Arizona, she said now, she's trying to shy away from this one as well. Before, she wanted a nationwide abortion ban. Now she's thinking more in the mothers. I don't remember the way she worded it, but it is just absolute hypocrisy. And like I said, the cruelty is the point. And until we codify Roe v. Wade or get more Supreme Court justices back to reverse it, if that's even possible, this is going to continue to go on. And we're seeing more and more stories of women who were pregnant, who couldn't get an abortion, and that suffered as a result of it. And also now they're checking IVF. And also we run into scenarios where women who wanted to have a pregnancy, like the one in Texas, who, had to flee the state to go get an abortion. And that pregnancy, which was at risk, could have potentially compromised her ability to have children moving forward, had she not got the abortion. So how is that pro-life? And I know what some people are going to say. I get this argument all the time from actual pro-lifers, or some people who try and approach this in a certain degree of good faith, but aren't looking at the big picture, and or just bad critics, people with bad faith, will just say, well, you just want to murder babies. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to see abortions happen, but I understand the necessity, with exceptions to rape and incest, or that, if it's a high-risk pregnancy where a doctor can say the child is not going to survive, that the woman needs to get the abortion that she needs. It is a form of health care. And you're not going to get that with the GOP at all. There's just too many of them that are still more than willing to go ahead with a nationwide abortion ban. Lately, they've been flip-flopping with the unpopularity that's been seen in Arizona. So they're shying away from it because, for the most part, since 2020 on, Donald Trump lost the presidency. They didn't get the red wave during the midterms in 2022, and little elections in between. Republicans have been losing left and right, especially the ones that have been siding with claiming to be pro-life, when in reality they are just anti-abortion. They are forced birthers. The cruelty is the point, and the people are sick of it and not having it, and they're losing elections as a result of it. That's the good thing. The bad thing is we're still not getting the change that we need that can actually help Americans. And just to sum it up real quick, I've talked about it before. Expanding contraceptive, make it easily and readily available to people at a certain age and above. That can help limit and expand on education, mainly sex education, teaching how it's, people can be more, especially teenagers, should be more responsible and everything. We can achieve that. We can actually bring down, but those are for the mindset of people who want to solve the problem. That's not what we're seeing with the GOP here. They're not about pro-life. They, like I said, if they had it their way, there would be a nationwide abortion ban. And let's be clear about one thing. When they say things like Kari Lake also put out a statement about just from Arizona driving to California, when you're a person of wealth who has means and connections, that's pretty easy for you. Let's say there was this nationwide abortion ban. Let's say Donald Trump won in 2024, God forbid, and he put a nationwide abortion ban. No exceptions. 6 weeks, 15 weeks. Bottom line is, it's in place. What is a person who is poor supposed to do? Okay? Even if they had to go to the option to go to another state, it's not that simple, okay? Some of them can't get time off work. The transportation and the stay there is expensive, not to mention healthcare. And some doctors don't want to take the risk. And for some, there's no like neighboring state that can do it. They have to go to several states away. Now, if this existed for like a person like Donald Trump, let's say Melania Trump got into a high-risk pregnancy and she needed abortion. Let's say Ivanka Trump was in a similar situation. What would he do? Well, he could easily fly to another country where abortion is legal, get it done there, and then return home and just say it was just on vacation. Keep a lid on it. And if it ever leaked, he would do what he always does. He would lie, deny it, and just try and make excuses, okay? Because in the end, he doesn't care. People like Kari Lake, they don't care. These lawmakers that are trying to make abortion access more and more strict, like Ron DeSantis, and just to name a few, they don't care about life. Because also what we've noticed in the GOP, in the past, programs like SNAP, Help for Feeding Children, and also, you know, to help families that are in need, they want to cut to those programs and stuff like that. They want to cut Medicare. Donald Trump wants to do away with the Affordable Care Act, strip away the health care. What are people that are living in poverty supposed to do? What if it's a single mother that can't afford to raise a child but now is forced to carry it full term? It's like once the child is born, they don't want to have anything to do with it. It's to them, it's just, oh, we can't do that. That's socialism. Or you just got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Okay? Because in the end, they are not pro-life. They don't care. Okay? So Donald Trump can go to hell with his talk about abortion bans and stuff like that. And he's lying like he's trying to shy away from it. It's just political strategy. That's all. It's not that he cares. Same thing with Kari Lake. Okay? She's full of it. She's a phony. She could care less about women that are currently suffering. And, you know, they're only like trying to do that to try and like still please up to the evangelical voters. And it's hypocrisy there as well. So I don't know how bad it has to get for some of you who are either undecided or still supporting the GOP to wake up, where you somehow think that this is pro-life. It's not. And like I said, there are ways of solving the problem. But that's where you need women to start making those decisions. You need medical professionals, not politicians, not that are those that are playing to an angle or simply just trying to win an election, but medical experts that do care about lives and want to help people. Okay? Codifying Roe v. Wade, expanding on contraceptive. And above all, like I said, Clarence Thomas and the Supreme Court wants to do away with contraceptive. How is that going to help? Expand the Supreme Court, get more progressive judges on there, and weaken the conservative stronghold that they have, okay? Especially the corrupt ones, like Kavanaugh and Coney Barrett, all right? They are a bunch of liars and hypocrites, and they are not for pro-life, okay? It is all about control and stripping away rights. And if you think it's going to stop there, think again. Because they've seen videos where there's some evangelicals or Christian nationalists out there that would love to go to a time where women don't have the right to vote, that they should just stay at home and not have jobs, just raise the children, making babies and raising the babies while the men go out and work and make all the decisions. It is utter barbaric, and it's like these people want to really go back to the Handmaid's Tale or like the Dark Ages and stuff like that. We are better than that, okay? The only way to do that is to vote out MAGA, vote out these hypocrites, the lawmakers that claim to be about life. Just vote them out. This one ad that Joe Biden recently came up with sums it up perfectly. That's how the best way I would put it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.
This is one of our willow boxes. This is just filled with some of the things that we had started gathering for her while I was pregnant.
Yep.
There's her little baby book. This is the outfit that she was gonna maybe wear home from the hospital. All of these. This is the blanket that she was in. And these are her little footprints.
It's okay. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.